All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me fix this thingamajiggy. Fix my shirt. What's happening, everybody? Thank you, and I'm sorry that I am a little tardy, 8 minutes tardy. I was on a webinar with everybody from Starkey, all our great hearing professionals. Some nice cold coffee. This coffee's cold because cold coffee's for closers. Try to say that 3 times. Cold coffee's for closers. Cold coffee's for closers. Cold coffee's for closers. I did it. Anyway, what's going on? How's everybody out there? Thank you for coming on to Power Shift Your Week. You know, I'm going to keep on track. I'm going to try to keep on track here. So I wrote my little notes here. But it is Power Shift Your Week. I know what you're all waiting for. I'll give you a good old dad joke to start off the day. All right. What's a ghost? What is a ghost's favorite sandwich? All right. Beauty Shark Ginger, how you doing? Love seeing you here. What's a ghost's favorite sandwich? What's up, jurors.money44? What's up, Pratt II I? I think I'm trying to get it all down here. How should I raise money for my first round of VC? We'll get to that. Yes, you know that. Listen, you know, Coach Impact messed up my dad joke. He knew that already. What is a ghost's favorite sandwich? A bologna sandwich. All right, I got to come up with some new ones. That's the first time I think I've been beaten to the punch on one. So shout out to everybody who knows stupid little dad jokes. All right. So anyway, Power Shift Your Week. We're here. We're here in a whole new week. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope you are doing your social distancing type of stuff because life is so sacred. Unfortunately, I personally know 25 people mourning right now. I guess because I'm from the heavily impacted city of New York, and I know that there are so many out there else in the world mourning. So please try to stay safe. It is important. I want to, but let's get it going though. Also, let's try to keep our heads up. All right. So Power Shift Your Week. I wrote down some of my notes here that I wanted to make sure I share with you, so I don't lose track. Because sometimes I can go in, I can answer questions, and I get off track. And I do have a little section in here that says you can go off track. All right, so Power Shift Your Week, where I tell you some things that are inspiring, that are helping me, that I find are helping other people. And I love to start off with a great fact and or quote. So, I love to base things off of facts. Remember, facts are extremely important. You can have the right to make up your own opinion, but you don't have the right to make up your own facts. And I think that as I was growing up in my life, and even still till today, we can all get emotionally altered because we are human beings. But I think I'm not trying to say that I want to be Mr. Spock, but I think common sense comes from facts, and I think common sense comes from certain type of facts. And facts don't necessarily have to be hard. But I was on an interview the other day, and I was sharing with somebody, why do I try to read a lot or listen to a lot of audiobooks? Well, because, and I'm not talking about, trust me, I'm not getting into politics and that stuff. When you read books that have been published over the last 100 years or 200 years, unless you're reading it is about a certain religion or organization, and even those can go all over the place. But if you're reading independent authors, if you find the same common denominator in every book that, let's say, Napoleon Hill wrote 100 years ago, and Tony Robbins writes today, and so forth writes over, and whatever, you'll often find if they're giving life experiences and various other things of people they work with, if you find the same facts working with each other, and then you say, where can I apply that? You can learn from the fact that these things have all traditionally happened, and how can I learn that? But I do also like to go off of more, real analytical facts. I'm going to read you one that can hopefully help us all be a little bit more smarter and more educated and more powerful even till tomorrow. Even tomorrow. All right. So here's the fact that I pulled up. An Instagram spokesperson told Business Insider that the platform has seen a 70% increase in use of live features in just the last month. I know this is not new to you that you've seen an increase, but 70%. I mean, how many people are on Instagram? Imagine doing live features. Imagine if 70%, imagine if your business basically doubled in 1 month, and why? All right. So here's why I love this fact. You know, people are taking advantage of ways to communicate with their communities more than ever. And there is more IG Live content than ever before you can watch for educational and or entertainment purposes. And what can you selfishly take out of that? Well, people are communicating more to their base, their followers, whether they're telling jokes, whether they're DJs, spinning, whether they are giving educational information or workout videos. And are you doing the same? Your customer, and I was just on, and I know that some people may have seen me, especially my favorite here, the Shark Ginger, saw me on an interview just now. And the reality is a lot of your customers, a lot of your friends, a lot of the people you love or your potential customers, they're scared right now. They're lost. They're looking for a voice. They're looking for comfort. They're looking for education. They're looking for empowerment. And are you reaching out to them? Are you leaving them abandoned? Not because you are trying to leave them abandoned. You're scared yourself, right? And sometimes reaching out to people and telling them that you're scared, you're concerned, you don't have all the answers is some of the best things that you can do, because they see that other people are like them. They see that they can vibe with you. They can throw a question out to you, and also don't fall into analysis paralysis and make it the communication I have to have the best picture. I have to have the best setting. Look at me. I'm on my balcony. I know it's a nice looking balcony. I got my beautiful Vera desk and my View desk right over there. That one's from Kevin O'Leary, and my Vera desk is from my Avery guys, who are creating an amazing way to work. But it's not the most glamorous background, and I'm going to be doing something on these equipment that I'm using all over here to you, these broadcasts and stuff. It's not the most glamorous background, but yet you're still here talking to me. Why? Because you realize that it's not the most glamorous background, and I'm not trying to make it all cool and fluffy and overproduced, because I just want to be real with you and give you exactly what I'm going through, what I'm learning, and how can you empower yourself. And I want you to feel the same way. Use these platforms. Remember, they're free. The platforms are free. Get that stuff out to your people, and the information, though, that you have, they don't care about how glossy it is. If you're giving them something to empower themselves with, then they want to keep messing with you. Now, why am I saying that? Well, if you're a company, if I'm sitting there and I'm concerned about selling my house or acquiring a new property, or maybe I had 2 houses, or one I invested in and it's an Airbnb now, or I got to downsize my home. If I constantly see you up there talking about ways to get the best mortgage and the new laws coming around to help get financing or not get financing, or income producing ways, or new platforms to put my property on, or different ways to barter with people and maybe stay in their house while I Airbnb my house, or ways to have my kids go to college now but don't have to live in a dorm because you don't have money for a dorm. If I keep seeing you give me information like that, well, then when I want to do a purchase or something like that, I'm going to come to you. But even before I do that purchase, I'm going to share this information that you're giving with me with other people in my circle and say, hey, I happen not to be downsizing this time, but I know that you're going through some financial challenges. Check out what this person just said about ways that you could downsize effectively. You can forload the mortgage or the rent because of the new things in place right now with the stimulus package. And I'm just talking off the top of my head. Please go to a financial advisor, or the people I'm telling you right now to go to, and they'll share that information with more and more people. And what will that do? That will bring back, at the end of the day, more and more value to you, because you'll either be further educated about what you want to do in the future, and you'll also be the one that somebody said, thank you for sending that to me. I'm glad you were thinking about me. So that's really how you can really use it. And I want you to use this also for yourself. I want you to pay attention to who else is making an effort to over communicate with their followers and show them a little bit of extra love. We all want to feel like we're important. Show them a little bit of extra love out there, and also take the initiative to go out and do that for your followers as well. Give them all the kind of knowledge they need. And if people are out there giving extra content, there's so many schools and so many programs who are saying, here's for free. Give it to you for free. Even I issue something free on learnlikeashark.com. Go and download that thing. Take advantage of the fact that a lot of people have digital curriculums, because you don't want to say to yourself, when this thing is all over, I sat home and I caught up on all the things I want to catch up on Netflix or a network. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I happen to, believe it or not, besides the 7 episodes of Tiger King, I haven't seen anything else. I have not seen any other new programming because I've been so busy trying to learn all these new platforms and so busy using my day like a schedule. Get up a certain time. Here's when I do my Instagram stuff. Here's when I do my other interviews. Here's when I read. Here's when I go over stuff in my office. Here's when I do this and that. But use all the platforms that you can and all the free education that's out there to empower yourself. And of course, make sure you share that. When you find something good, share that with somebody else. There's a lot of lazy people in the world. Maybe there's going to be somebody who follows you who goes, I don't need to follow any other news or anything else. I just follow them because they show me all the good tools and all the good things that I need in my life. So make sure you go out there and you do that. Now, of course, I always like to play a theme song. I got a theme song for today. So it's song time. So this is my Power Shift Your Week song right now. Let me play this song for you and see if you all know it. I already got squashed on my dad joke here, and I'll tell you a little bit about this song when I play it. See who knows the song. See who knows the name of the song and who knows the artist who created the song. I mean, this is easy. Come on. Let's see. Music is life. That's right. Not Victory. Almost close. What's up, Jerry? It's not Victory. No. It's not Victory. You keep saying Victory. Not almost. P. Diddy and the Family. No, that's the remix. That's all the young people saying that. Yeah, the Biggie joint. No. Somebody said Tupac. Come on. Somebody said one more mic. No. Bang. Sound Bath Creations. Sound Bath Creations hit it on the head. It is the theme of Rocky, Going the Distance, and the artist is Bill Conti. Bill Conti, Rocky, Going the Distance, Bill Conti. And why do I love that song? Well, I love that song because, number one, it gets you focused and it gets you like in that mode when Rocky is just going at it. And whenever you hear that song come on, then you hear that ding, ding, he's going to go at it. But when I read my goals, like I've shared everybody that I read my goals take up anywhere from about half an hour to 40 minutes to read them and concentrate on them and visualize them. And I play, that song is one of probably about 9 songs or 10 songs that I play, and it gets my adrenaline running. And a lot of times I like to read my goals when I'm working out or running or doing something else, but it just programs me. And also when I hear the song sometimes and I don't have time to be physically reading my goals, I play the song. And when I play the song, it kind of hypnotizes me and reminds me of the goals that I read, and it kind of just brings back that memory. I think music is a soundtrack to our lives, and I think there's so many great scores and pieces of music that you can play that will just remind you of a certain time in your life or whatever. So I love songs like that and Chariots of Fire, and the reason why I like those movie scores is because they don't have any words to them. So if you do want to know, a couple of movie scores I use is ones from Chariots of Fire. I use some from what was the movie with Please Help Me, with DiCaprio when he was in a dream all the time, and they were in dreams, and they were implanting dreams in people's minds. Come on, help me with that one. Let me see. Somebody can help me with that because now I'm stuck, and I know you guys can help me. The DiCaprio one, they were like trying to hit Inception. There you go, JPA_law_firm. Baby Steve said it. Johnny Drake said it. Now I finally realize Insight said it. Now Chauncey's Way said it. Mr. Dyslexic himself. Now I realized why social media is actually here. When you're stuck on a song and you can't figure it out, you just go on social media and ask everybody, or a movie. All right, thank you. Let me go back to my script. You see, I just went off script, but I'm here to empower your lives. But you get what I'm saying. And the bottom line is, use those certain songs in your life. And that song could be in your life when you were graduating. That song could be in your life when you were falling in love. That song could be in your life when you were just dreaming of being somebody and you never were able. You weren't at that point. Like that song is my Kenny Burke, Rising to the Top. When me and my friends would just be standing out there, 42nd Street, cold as hell. You know, after being out there on New Year's Eve, standing out there for 6 hours, and we would just listen to Rising to the Top. Hopefully one day that we'd have our own car and our own home, and those songs are really great, like the Scarface one, right? When that Scarface one that when he's on the way up. Songs are such a really great way to empower people and and let the music just wash over you. Somebody said my song is Eye of the Tiger. I love Eye of the Tiger. All right, so I want you to listen. Here's the challenge for this week. I want you to pick one skill that you want to improve on, identify a free resource that you can use to practice that skill, and set a specific amount of time each day to practice that new skill over the weeks. Just think about that. One new skill. I'm not sure. Mine, I was thinking about harmonica, playing a harmonica, or finally learning to whistle. Whistle like that. I always wanted to whistle like that. And I know, listen, you may say, Daymond, those are stupid skills, or when is it going to ever serve any purpose? I don't know if it ever will. I really don't know if it ever will. All right, but the accomplishment of learning that, and I'm not sure I'm going to do either one of those, so don't ask me in 2 weeks if I can whistle or play the harmonica. The small accomplishment of feeling like I did that, and as small as it was, it's going to just make me feel better about doing and taking on the next task, right? Simple things like that. How many people out there was ever had a really small accomplishment that you were super proud of and everybody thought meant nothing, right? Everybody said, that is so stupid. Why would you even be happy that you can finally do that? How many people, please tell me if you do, tell me if you've ever done that, where you have said, I just want to accomplish this for myself, not for you. Hands are being raised. Hands are being raised. You know what I wanted to accomplish for myself? I wanted to accomplish for myself when I was 11 or 12 years old, when I had, when we used to try to break dance, and even if you weren't break dancing, you wanted to look cool. The pants back then were wide at the bottom. So if I was riding my bike, my pant, I would have to roll up the leg, or it got caught in the chain of the bike. Or if I was break dancing, or my friends were break dancing, your legs would go next to each other, they would hit each other. So what did I ask my mother? I didn't have money. So I said, Mom, can you just teach me how to sew a straight line? And I would start doing this. I would start putting permanent creases in my pants, right? We used to have permanent creases because you didn't want, if you had the same pair of Levi's and you had to iron those things every day to be crisp, after about 6 months, you would have 15 little lines that people could tell your stuff is old, right? So you would get a permanent crease. Then you wouldn't have to do the crease. You would just do the middle of the pant. Then people didn't think your pant was old. So now you had a straight line. I learned how to do a straight line. Then I took the straight line and I learned how to make the bottom part of my leg closer together. So now my pants weren't flailing around. And then when pants were too big, I learned how to do, and ladies know how to do this, I learned how to just dart the back, right? Dart on both sides or dart just in the middle. I learned a straight line. That straight line would teach me how to make those hats that in 1989 I would stand on the corner and sell and put a label called FUBU on it, because I learned how to just sew a straight line. Small accomplishment to many people, a zero accomplishment in the beginning to many people, a massive, massive accomplishment to me when I was a kid at 20 years old who wanted to think about ways to get out of the hood. And it was a straight line that I would walk from that point on for the rest of my life, because I was able to learn a straight line when I was 10 years old. So I didn't have a plan on telling you that story, and guess what? I didn't even realize that story till just now. So that's why we do this. That's why we have these conversations, and that's my call to action to you, to go out and find that small accomplishment and get all this free information that's out there to give you the ways to do it yourself, right? So in signing off, listen, I want to make sure that I wish all of you health and happiness and be safe. I want you to send in to me at Daymond@daymondjohn.com. Send in your songs that motivate you. Send in things, and I'm going to shout many of you out because you're giving me a lot of love right here. And honestly, I got a little emotional just now thinking about that stuff. And, go to Daymond@daymondjohn.com and send me your questions, your ideas, your comments, and go to thingamajig.com and get my free educational program. Also, Daymond@daymondjohn.com. I want you to send in some of your pitches. I'm going to start getting this pitch thing up. I'm just trying to work that out to get it up to the point where I can really get out to give you good feedback and genuine feedback. And remember, I'm going to always be doing these broadcasts on Monday at 1 o'clock and Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow I have some really, really informative guests. I'm going to have 2 guests on there tomorrow that are going to make your brains work, right? So right now, before I go off, I'm going to just shout out a couple of people on there. Why don't you just put your name in, please, even though I understand your avatar is your name, but, with me being dyslexic, I kind of get things screwed up every once in a while. Just put your name in over here. Let me shout you out. Trinidad, I see you out there. Thank you for telling me it's great listening to me. You still have your FUBU jacket, Miss Sad Boutique, Miss ADWBT, I think, right? Thank you for everybody. Let me see. Nick Picks, Game Changer Action. Thank you. David Hernandez, Thomas Soper, Camlin, I think that is. Yeah, okay, got it. Frank, thank you. Frank from Miami. The email was Daymond@daymondjohn.com. Lionel from New Orleans. Yeah, definitely put in your city where you're at, and I hope New Orleans, that we're praying for you as well. Sean from Dallas, Texas. Let me see. All right, you'll see me tomorrow. Thank you, Jasmine. Ruben Escato. Daniela B. See, that's easy. The one you put your name in there and where you're from. I got you. Veronica Cobos. Thank you, Surinda. Ed Bowers from UK. UK's in the house. Let me see here. Let me see. Natasha from Chicago. Johnny's from Detroit, and Amy's from Michigan, and somebody was from Boston. This is moving too fast right now. See what I got myself into? All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Let me see. Knox, Tennessee. Edwin Queel. Woo, that one's a hard one. Latira, Richmond, Virginia. Tabitha. I saw Tabitha. Trey. Oh, Prince, Houston. What's up? What up? I see you. Paul from San Diego. Is Simmons said what's up. Robert Jones, what's going on? Is Simmons from Texas. Eduardo from Ecuador. Shout out to Ecuador. Woo, that one's hard. Gamir Dallard from Nashville. Jay from Chicago. All right, everybody, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock when I got some really great people that I'm interviewing that's going to make you brighter and sharper. Remember that story I said about a straight line? Maybe I'm going to use it later on. It made me ponder and get emotional and think about where life has been and where life is going. Think about that. It was just a straight line. Wish you all the best. I love you. Goodbye.